This partnership agreement with Gaussin is actually very important. As you know, the transportation sector is key sector as an outlet for our oil, and it constitutes around 40% of our oil and oil demand. So we, given what we are going through in the oil transition, we believe that we should have a footstep in the transition, and specifically in the hydrogen as it makes its way in the transportation sector.
So the ultimate goal, as I understand it, is a hydrogen car manufacturing facility and a distribution center in the kingdom. What needs to happen for that vision to become a reality?
Yeah, localization in the kingdom is really one key element of the partnership, which have other elements. One of which is establishing R&D in Saudi Arabia, along with our Lab 7 product development. We believe we can add to the technology deployment, and also would like to have a good distribution of hydrogen within the kingdom to enable the hydrogen as a viable transportation mean. Now, with regard to what it takes for this to happen, first it takes the will, which we both have, Gaussin and ourselves. And we are now going through the implementation plan where we are looking at some local investors within the kingdom to partner with them and to really jumpstart the deployment. We believe there is good appetite within the investor community in the kingdom. And Aramco is going to really play a pivotal role in making that happen.
And Ahmad, more specifically, could you give me any insights into how many cars you might be able to produce and the timeline on when this might actually come to fruition?
I believe we are a little bit early to talk about numbers, Dan. However, the idea is really to ride on some of the infrastructure that is already existing in the kingdom. We have, and actually Gaussin themselves identified several potential investors who are really in the mobility domain, which is going to give us a good head start on this opportunity. I'm not going to talk about numbers because I think that's something that we still need to discuss with our potential partners, and I'm very positive that we'll be able to do this in a reasonably accelerated timeline.
And it's a very interesting time in the transportation sector. We know Aramco has been investing in hydrogen for years, but when you look at the specifics inside this industry, it's batteries that appear to have the momentum. It's the electrification of the auto industry that really has the attention of a lot of the auto manufacturers right now. In your view, Ahmad, how could hydrogen compete if the future is electric?
Well, I think this is really a big debate. I'm not going to get into the debate, but yeah, both electrification of vehicles as well as hydrogen, these are really potential transition means for mobility. I think if everyone brings its pluses and minuses, I guess it's really a race. I believe there is room for all options. And also, I don't want to rule out the ICE, the internal combustion engine, which is going to really give us still some mileage with regard to transportation. So, at the end of the day, it's going to be a race, and I believe, my own view is that hydrogen really have an edge on electrification, and with the momentum that is building on hydrogen. Especially with the sources of hydrogen, be it blue or green, as well as the ability of Aramco to support this, pathway. I am positive that it's going to make its way in the future.